Hi, I'm Mark Panfill. I'm the Dobro instructor this year, 2021, at Augusta Heritage Workshops. And I've put together a short video lesson for you guys. Anyone's welcome to look at it and get some ideas, especially anyone who signed up for Dobro. Now, the thing I'm trying to show in this video lesson is that when you play fiddle tunes, and this is going to be a fiddle tune kind of geared thing, you are going to play it a little bit differently than other people. You're not going to play it exactly like the fiddle. You're not going to play it exactly like a mandolin or a guitar or even a banjo. Banjos approach it quite differently, and so do dobros. One mistake I've seen along the way is when people try to play the exact same notes that a fiddler is playing, for instance, or the guitar player is playing, and pretty soon we get nothing but mush. And most of my dobro students in the past have really gotten very shy about playing fiddle tunes in front of other people. So I'm going to show you a few tricks that I've learned along the way that make it work for me where people can hear you. The most important thing is that everyone in the jam session or in your band knows where you are in the tune. You've got enough of the melody coming out where they know exactly where you are. That's really important. It's more important than getting every eighth note that the fiddler is playing, for instance. But for them to be able to listen to you and know where you are, it's incredibly important. So I'll give you an example. I'll do a little bit of Soldier's Joy. And this is in the key of D. In the key of D. I'm not going to use a capo. Here, I'm going to bring this down so you can see a little bit of my dobro. There we go. Now, if you were playing the part that the fiddler was playing, now that's fine. But to play that in a jam session where the tempo is where they'd like to have it, number one, you're going to be all over the place, and there's a good chance that that you'll be off the beat by the time you get there, especially if you're a beginner to intermediate dobro player. What I've done is I've taken the melody from that and I've really boiled it down. So in this one, instead of playing which even that is kind of a is kind of an approximation of what the of the exact fiddle tune. What I would do is I bring my slide down here, and I've got an open D down here. My open D string, I'm on the G string, and I'm playing at the second fret, so that's an A. And then I have the first string open, so that's a D. When I pick those, 4, 3, and 1, fourth, third string, and first, I get a D. I get a D chord. And now, to me, I'm going to boil down the melody, and I'm going to play it a little bit slower. First part of the song. So what I'm doing is I'm playing the melody that I'm hearing instead of, I brought it down an octave. Those are actually quarter notes. Bum 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 instead of bum 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 bum. It's bum 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 bum. Much easier for people to hear, much easier to play, and you can stay up with a faster jam session by doing that. And I go back to the fourth string, and I'm playing it at the second fret. I land there, then I put my bar, by the way, I'm tilting my bar up. You can probably see I'm getting about the last quarter inch of my bar is touching the string over here, but it's up. So there's only one. There's only one place. Now I'm going up on the first string, sliding up to the fourth. I'm on the second fret, by the way. Sliding up to the fourth fret, sliding back down. I did a pull off. When I pull off, I don't pick it again. I land on the second string at the second fret, which I do pick that second string at the second fret, and then open on the first string. So I'm going to play that part again. By the way, I will also send along tablature so you can see what I'm doing, and it'll help you know what I'm playing. But I'm going to talk it out right now. So depending on your best learning style, this might be the place where you want to hear it. There I landed on the fourth string, second fret. Now I'm going up on that first string. That end of that. Now I'll do that again. This is the A section repeated. Now, if you're going through this and you're picking it up right from the video, I suggest you take time to go over that first, the A section of Soldier's Joy. Go over it slowly. By the way, I'll talk this through for a second too. What I try to do with all of these by learning fiddle tunes is I try to find something that I can hum in my mind. So it wouldn't be da 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 da. It would be da dum da dum ba dum bum. I listen to a recording on YouTube is where I usually will find it, because on YouTube there is a feature that you can go to the settings right on the video, and in the settings you click on that and you go down to speed, and you could slow down anything that's on YouTube. And when you slow it down, the wonderful thing is it doesn't change the key. It stays in the same key, but you can go from normal speed down to 0.75, so 3/4 as fast, or 0.5 if you really want it slow. That's when you listen to it. You hum along with it. If you're in the middle of a jam session, you could do this too. You are certainly not going to be the first or second person to play a solo on it. So while they're taking solos, you're quietly playing and you're humming along with whoever that is playing the solo, and you're trying to find out in your mind and later in your instrument where the high notes are that they're playing, where the low notes are, where they come to a rest, just by humming along. It's a very organic way to learn a song. I've been doing it for years, and it's been very successful. I know other people do it too, because I've talked to other instructors about it. Let me go to the second part now of Soldier's Joy. Okay, I'm over here. I'll play it through first. So those are all little short parts, and a lot of it's on the D string. By the way, I'm using my middle finger a lot on that. It's a very strong way to play it, a very loud way to play it. You heard a scratch in there too. With my thumb, I'm keeping everything muted below the first string, and I can do that just by leaving these fingers down. And again, my bar is tilted up. It's tilted up. So I scratch them. And I'm getting it faster that way. Okay, I'll play through that second part again. In fact, I'll do it slowly. Going on the first string, second fret. Oops, I'm sorry. First string, fourth fret. Walking up 3 steps, it's going fourth, fifth to the 7th fret. Then the next 3 notes, second fret, fourth fret, fifth fret, back again to the 4th fret. And then I go down to the 2nd fret and I do a pull off. You can pull off on the first string at the 2nd fret, pull off at the 2nd string on the 2nd fret, and then land on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. That ending is very much like I ended the A section. Very much like that. So I'm going to go through that, play that for you, and while I'm doing it, I think I'm going to pull up the track that I have. I've been using, a lot of times I go to this, it's called the Bluegrass Backing Tracks. It's on YouTube. It's nice because you can slow it down, as I said. And I find I like doing that one, or I also just find versions by players that I like. There's the B section. When it comes to the A section again, I'll play this part. Okay, here's the A section. So as I'm going through that, let me make sure this is turned off over here. There we go. So as I'm going through that, I'm playing along with it, and I would speed that one up. Now that was 100 beats a second, beats a minute, 100 beats a minute. I would speed that up, and I'm pretty sure they have it at 120 on here. Soldier's Joy, yeah, there it is. Let's see if I can get that sound. Okay, here it goes. This is going faster. Okay, that was the A section. I'm going to start here in the second A section. was 120. And I'd take my time and get it right in tune, but a lot of that stuff was I was going pretty quick. Anyhow, about 120 is about the fastest you'll find it in most jam sessions. So that really works. So I guess the point of this is you boil down what you're playing so that it fits, in the tempo that you're doing. That's a good thing to do. Now, let's see. I was also talking about finding fiddle tunes in minor keys too. Now, the most common minor key that you're going to go into is E minor, if you're in the key of, with a Dobro in the key of G. So I kind of just keep us on that and that idea. And I chose a song that's going to keep us in the E minor place, and also will be in the key of G too. All of this is can be changed with a capo, and you can play all of these different. I like to play in the key of G, open. I like to play in the key of D with no capo either. E minor for sure. A minor for sure. I like to play without a capo. If I was playing in B minor, there's a 50-50 chance I'd put a capo on the second fret and then play it as if I was in the key of A minor. But I'm regressing over here. I'm talking about Stony Point, and I'm talking about E minor. Now you find your E on your Dobro, which is go to the D string, which is the 4th string or the 1st string, and you go up 2 frets. That's an E. That's your high E. And then the notes in between, the G and the B, fit. You're going to use the same scale notes as if you were in the key of G, but you're going to land in different places than you would in the key of G. In the key of G, when you're playing a scale, you end up on a G or an open B or an open D. But now you're in E minor, you're going to end up on either that E or the open G or a B. And a lot of times that B, I like to use my 3rd string, and I like to go up to it at the 4th fret. Now when I did that, that's definitely a part that I like to do a lot when I'm doing fiddle tunes. Instead of coming down, going backwards sometimes on a Dobro, especially on strings, it gets a little bit dicey, and you get there most of the time. Sometimes it's a little bit hard. So that's why I'll get that E over here. Now, in Stony Creek, now I'm going to play some more of Stony Creek, and I'm going to kind of slow it down, starting on the 1st string, 2nd fret. Playing it 3 times, first open, then twice at the 2nd fret of the 1st string. And then that's a hammer on and a pull off, all on the 1st string on the 2nd fret. So I pick it once, I hammer on, or I push down my bar on it. By the way, my bar is tilted up. It's not down, it's tilted up. And then I bounce the bar on it. So after I pull off that 1st string, I go to the 2nd string open, go to the 3rd string at the 2nd fret, and then I pull off on. Let me do that slowly. Ends on that B, the 2nd string. From there, I can go to the 1st string at the 9th fret up here, and I can play 1st string, bring it back to the 7th fret, and I'm going down on the same fret, playing the 2nd string and the 3rd string, then back up, and an end on the 1st string at the 5th fret. Okay, let me do that. Here's that lick again. That'll happen in the first part of the song twice. Okay, now I'm doing my hammer on. Same thing. There's a great scale for you to work on here. This is in the 2nd part of that 1st part of Stony Point. Now there is a really a whole day's worth, a week's worth of lessons on the right hand and what you're doing on that. You're basically, though, and people do it differently, but there's certain things that you see that's common for dobro players. They'll alternate between a thumb and a finger. Some thumb first, thumb middle, thumb first, thumb middle. Sometimes thumb first, thumb first, thumb first, or thumb first, thumb middle. They'll alternate, but thumb will be either the 1st or the 3rd or the 2nd or the 4th. Now when I'm coming down, I'm just using my thumb. It's nice to do because they're pull-offs anyhow, so it gives me time for my thumb to come backwards where I want to go. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get my right hand a little bit closer to that. I'm starting on open 4th string. Then I'm picking the 4th string at the 2nd fret, open on the 3rd, 2nd fret on the 3rd string. My index finger just played the open 2nd string. The thumb will then play that middle. Those last ones I did all thumb. Okay, let me see if I can get more of my dobro in this picture over here and show you that. Here it goes. So again, you'll see the yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have tablature for this too so you can see it all. But right now, I want you to play along with everything you're hearing. And by the way, there is not one way to play this, play fiddle tunes. As I said, you're listening for what you hear to be the structural notes that will help a listener know where you are. And they're not going to be looking for chords, so please don't. Don't chase around this song with chord places. We're in E minor. Don't chase around. Don't do that through it. You're gonna have everybody pretty much confused as where you are in the song. You want to play it. You want to sound a lot more like a guitar. A guitar would play these notes that we're playing. Or a fiddle sometimes too. Anyhow, Here's that whole A section of the song. Take your time and learn that A section. Good news, the B section, at least in my opinion, is much easier than the A section. And that's because we're in the key of G. And it sounds like this. Well, I'll play it for you first, then I'll break it down. Now let's slow that down. Sounded like a lot of stuff going on. It's not. It's repeating the same pattern over a lot. So I'm on the 4th string open, 2nd fret on that 4th string, and then open 3rd fret. And then I'm going all the way to the 1st string at the 5th fret. Then open, and then the 1st string, 2nd fret. And then I did the 2nd string open. Let me repeat that part of the this section. Here I go again, starting on the 4th string open. Okay, now as I go on from that, I do the 3rd string, 2nd fret, pull off, the 4th string, 2nd fret, and then I go back up to that 1st string, so let me do that again. When I go back to that, when I go back to the 1st string at the 5th fret, I slide up from the 2nd fret on the 3rd string to the 4th fret, and then I do a little bit of a roll, forward roll, thumb, index, middle, index. And then I'm pulling off to get down to an open 4th string. I land on the 3rd string open, and I bounce an octave higher into the first string on the 5th fret. And then I start on the 2nd string open. End on that open 3rd string, and then I'm coming up from the 4th string, excuse me, which is that same lick that you learned in the A section of this song. All right, now I'm going to put that together, and I think I'll see if I can play it off the Bluegrass backing track here for you guys to hear. Let's see. There we go. The Stony Creek version or Stony Point version, I mean, that I hear most of this in is the one that was done by Tony Rice, excuse me, with Jerry Douglas playing on it, and that's the part I hear. So I'm going to use the Bluegrass backing track over here. I'll again show it to you, and I probably will go with the top one, the 100 version. And as you move on, go on to 120, or again, go to the settings and change the speed. you can certainly do that. It's a lot easier than finding these on the internet. And of course, a metronome is a good idea, but for some reason I think, or as you probably saw, Tony Rice's Manzanita is right on this set list too. It came up as the 4th choice. You can play along with the Manzanita one, and you're playing along with Jerry's solo, which would be very cool. All right, let's see how this sounds. We'll wait till this ad goes past, which shouldn't be too long. There we go. All right. I get a little bit of a click to start off. Now it goes on those backing tracks, it goes on for, it seems must be 5 or 6 times through the whole thing. And it's a great way to practice along. I certainly did a lot of that during COVID this time around, playing along with YouTube tracks. I really enjoyed it. When you didn't have regular people to play with, then that's what we did. So I'm going to close off here. It's been a good lesson. I wish this was an in-person lesson because I'd really like to be able to go from person to person, see where you are, see where you're stuck, and try to help you out as we go along. But at this point, I'm very happy that we have a chance to, to kind of center in on some songs. By all means, email me, ask me questions, ask me to do anything else, show you tablature, explain why I do it this way or how I do it this or that way. My email is markpanfill@hotmail.com, and check it out. And please send me something. Let me know what you think of the videos, if you'd like more of this kind of thing. And in the meantime, let's all set our sights on next year, and actually this year, looking at some of the other videos that people are putting up from Augusta. Great stuff. All right, everyone, it's good talking with you, and I'll see you, hopefully picking with you.